What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Julian Galling and I own a social media marketing agency, and I've been training for 4 years. I live by health, wealth, love and happiness. So what we're going to talk about today, my favorite 3 exercises for each muscle group. Let's get started. The first muscle group is going to be chest, and the first exercise is always going to be bench press, because I think bench press is the most fundamental lift if it comes to upper body strength. Because it's going to carry over to all the other upper body things, besides like your back, but your tricep, chest, everything that is pushing in some kind of form. So that's why bench press is the most important. Then the next one is going to be incline dumbbell press. Why incline dumbbell press? First of all, because it's not a barbell, which is just dumbbells, which is going to be working on your muscles to stabilize your arms, chest, elbow, whatever. Everything has to be stabilized, and your shoulder obviously. And it's going to give you a better stretch in your chest, and it's going to be a nice squeeze at the top as well. And then the third one for chest is flies. So chest cable flies, or you can do as well, what you can do is the fly machine. I like cable flies way more than the machine because you're restricted on the machine and it hurts my shoulder a little bit, but the flies are definitely my most favorite exercise after doing the other 2. And I think the most important because it gives you a nice stretch. Next muscle group is going to be shoulders. On shoulders, it's going to be behind the neck presses, but most people can't do those. Like, most people don't even have enough mobility to even get like behind their head. So if you can do those, do them. If you can't do it, get the mobility to do them, and then do it. Behind the neck presses. Otherwise, military presses. But why behind the neck? Because I think that behind the neck, if you don't get any shoulder pain or whatever, is the best exercise for shoulders. Because if you do military presses, it's just your front shoulder, and it's not really any other part of your shoulder, and it's a lot of upper chest as well. But if you do it behind the neck presses, it's pretty much all shoulder and mid shoulder and even lower shoulder. Your rear delt, not lower shoulder. It was lower, but it's rear delt, yeah. So behind the neck press is definitely, I have the same strength in behind the neck as I have in military presses, because I always do behind the neck. So second exercise, side laterals, because your side shoulders are the most important muscle group, I think, at least in the body, because it looks like just the best if you have nice round shoulders, and it gives you like the nice aesthetic look. Then rear delt rows, so I call them rear delt rows, like the third exercise. I don't really know how the exercise is called. I just call them rear delt rows because it's literally like I'm maybe gonna put a clip right here doing them, but it's literally like you bend over, and you're doing like rows for your rear delt and not for your back. Yeah. Next muscle group is gonna be legs. So if you obviously can do squats, but if you have hip pain, whatever, like I have hip pain for the past, I'd say 2 years, but I've been squatting on and off, and I've squatted through the pain, but it's not gone away. So I've not really been squatting the past 1.5 years, only like maybe every 2 weeks, and I just had really brutal pain, so I couldn't continue. I'm still working on fixing my hip. I still haven't really found the cause of it all. But right now I'm just doing leg presses. I haven't been squatting for 3 months. I've tried squatting actually last week, and I just put the weight on my back and squatted down twice, and it was so bad. Like, my hip hurt so bad. So I don't really know what's going on. Besides, the only thing I know is that I fixed my right hip, but my left hip is even worse now. So I don't know. But my right hip is fixed after not squatting for 4 months and haven't done any heavy lower. Well, I do heavy leg presses because they don't really hurt my hip, but I can't do anything heavy bent over rows, and I can't really do any heavy squats. So, but if you can do squats, always do squats. The second one is lunges, because it's gonna strengthen your hip flexors, and it's gonna be a unilateral exercise. Like, it's not really unilateral, but it's more like one leg is front and the other one is in the back, and it's really like athletic exercise. It's gonna make you even faster in sprinting wise, and it's like a functional exercise, and it's gonna give you bigger legs. And the third one is gonna be leg extensions, because you're gonna get the nice quad shit. You're gonna get the nice quad growth through this one, and it's just brutally painful and burning whenever you do leg extensions. And I think it's like my favorite exercise, at least for legs. Okay, fourth muscle group actually is gonna be calves. On calves, there's literally just a few things you can do, because there's not a lot you can do with calves. But my favorite one right now, and it's the only one I can actually feel in my calf, and the other calf exercise I don't just feel it in my ankle and my foot. So I just get like a burning feeling in my foot whenever I do calf exercises. But this one just fixed it all. I don't know why. It's probably because it's like, I call them bench floor raises or something. That's how I would call them. But it's literally you sitting on a bench on a Smith machine, and you have the Smith machine weight barbell on your knees, and you just do raises on the floor with no anything under your foot or anything. And it literally is all in my calf, and it's like the best calf exercise I've ever done. The second one's probably going to be for your front calf muscle thing. Is that they call it the tibialis? I think that's the tibialis. But it's the thing on the front of your calf. So if that is like your calf, and this is like the back knee thing of your calf, and that's your foot. Wait. Yeah, so the front thing of your calf is the tibialis, I think. And there's one exercise where you just put your foot up and down, and you just train the front muscle. That one is really nice too, because it gives you like a nice size up front. I have shitty calves, so I've been working on them. On the third one, I don't really know. It's probably normal like calf raises or something. There's not a lot you can do. Alright, next muscle group is going to be biceps, which is one of my favorite muscle groups as well. Pretty much for biceps, it's heavy curls at the start, then maybe some heavy hammer curls, and then bicep machine. So why heavy curls? Because you have to train every muscle group heavy as well to get the results. You should not train biceps high reps only because it's biceps. You can train them heavy as well, but I would still stay in like the more than 5 rep range. I wouldn't go lower than 5 reps, so 5 to 8. And the hammer curls up in like a 10 to 15 rep range. And the machine is like 10 to 20 reps. It depends what you're gonna do. I do a lot of drop sets and a lot of supersets. Actually more drop sets than supersets. So besides doing supersets, I just always focus on one exercise and do a lot of drop sets. So next muscle group is gonna be tricep. So the tricep is pretty much either you can do close grip bench press. I already do a really close bench press, so I don't really have to do those because my tricep is stronger than my chest. Or they're like the same, like my grip goes further out actually every 6 months my grip goes further and further out. I don't know why. But my grip at the start, like 2 years ago, at the start benching was like 3 years ago. It was really like I didn't know what I even did there, so whatever. But right now my bench grip is actually like a medium grip and not a close grip anymore, but it's still heavy tricep because I just press it out of my tricep mostly. So you should probably, if you have a wider or medium grip and you focus on your chest on bench press, you should do close grip for your tricep, because you can pretty much go 80% of your bench press weight probably, or even the same if you do close grip bench press, what I did. So number 2 is long bar, or like whatever the pull-up bar thing, the long one, and do this as a tricep exercise. It really hits your tricep really hard, harder than any other bar I've ever tried. I don't know why. I got it from Julian Smith, so he's our Instagram famous guy. And the third one is probably gonna be single arm stuff, or behind the, with just a dumbbell behind the neck, dumbbell pushes or like presses. Yeah, that's probably how you call them. Like with a dumbbell like this, because it targets like the front tricep and not the back tricep. It targets the front one more than the back, and my front one is really small compared to my back one, so yeah, that's why I do those. And the other one with the long bar, it really hits the back one and not the front. So next muscle group is gonna be back. It's either gonna be push-ups, not push-ups. It's either gonna be pull-ups or deadlifts. Like both of them are like number one spot for me, but I can't deadlift right now either because of my hip. I've tried deadlifting like a month ago, 3 weeks ago, or no wait, yeah, 3 weeks ago, and it was horrible. Like I couldn't move for 5-6 days, and it was a bad idea to deadlift. So I really want to get back into deadlifting, but I can't right now. So but you should definitely do deadlifts if you can, and you should definitely do pull-ups, because people that can't even do 10 pull-ups, like, come on, you need to be at least some functional body going on there. You can't just be a fat, muscly thing that can't pull itself up. Third one is going to be rows, heavy rows, or at least some kind of row, because it's going to give you like the back thickness more, and more of the kind of all the muscles that are not your lat. And next muscle group is going to be abs. I have shitty abs, but what I just do is leg raises and like the machine crunch thing, like the machine where you just do like this one for your upper one and the leg raises for your lower part. And then I just do some other kind of leg raises just to the side to get the obliques. And obviously you have to do all kinds of planks, like planks, side planks, whatever, just to get your core more stronger core and more stabilized. Kind of whenever you do like squats and deadlifts, you want to have a strong core, so the weight doesn't just sit on your spine or on your hip, so it goes more in your glutes and your abs. So the next exercise is going to be, the next muscle group is going to be, oh shit, I think we got all the muscle groups right now actually, right? Yeah. So, oh, there's the final one. You can't forget that one. It's your brain. So, number 1, books. Number 2, mentors. Number 3, courses and YouTube videos. Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe, send me messages, go on my Instagram, follow me on Instagram, Julian_Galling, and click the subscribe button for more business, fitness, love, happiness, health, wealth, love, and happiness videos. So have a nice day, guys.